Has the doctor left the office for the last time? Hey, what's going on, guys? Kevin Zwicker from Fast Count coming at you. And before I get into this video, please remember to like the video and subscribe. We are this close to 2,000 subs, so if you could hit that subscribe button, it'd be much appreciated. But today we have a bombshell rumor coming out from the PW Torch that Britt Baker and AEW are through. She is now the latest member of what the internet is now dubbing Guantanamo Bay, alongside Miro, Ricky Starks, Ray Phoenix, and like I've said in previous videos that I've recorded before, we shouldn't take the dirt sheets as gospel. There's been a lot of times where there's been rumors that have been rampant and spread everywhere, and they turned out to not be true. But let's take this at face value. If this is true that AEW and Britt Baker are on the outs, it's shocking, yet not shocking at the same time. The shocking part about this is Britt Baker is probably what a lot of people would consider to be the first woman of AEW. I remember she is the very first female signing to the roster. And for much of the early years of AEW, she was the woman that the division was built around. Now, on the other hand, this isn't completely shocking because, as you all know, she has had a very public feud with Thunder Rosa. There's been other different, little rumors here and there that she's had brief little stints of beef with other females on the roster. It has gotten so bad to the point that the PW Torch is reporting that no woman wants her around, and she has been so difficult to work with at this point that Tony Khan has kind of threw his hands up in the air and says, "I'm done." Now, booking wise, we've really rarely seen Britt Baker lately, especially, with the last, year or two. The last significant thing that she has done on screen wise was her match at All In against Mercedes Moné. And it feels like Mercedes Moné has kind of really taken over as the face of the women's division, which is crazy, right? Because the title that she has on AEW is supposedly supposed to be the mid-card championship, but it's booked a lot more frequently than the women's championship that Mariah May has. Now, I don't know if this is going to lead to a stint of her going to WWE. That's usually what the first thing people think about when something goes wrong in another wrestling company is, are they going to go to WWE? Are they going to go to AEW? That's usually what the first thing that pops into people's minds. I don't know. It's a little bit too early in the process to really sit around and, speculate on that right now. But if this is what's going to happen, I can totally see it go down between, WWE and Britt Baker. Not so much because WWE wants her so bad, but more so to stick it to AEW. There's a lot of times where WWE will sit there and say they're not competition, then they'll reference on screen that they are competition, that they're not, then they are. But one thing that I think that WWE likes to do, and it's been pretty evident lately, is they like to needle AEW, And I feel like two people, and I've said this in my prediction video when I talked about what's going to happen in wrestling in 2025. Two people that I could see going to AEW, not going to AEW, going to WWE from AEW, that WWE doesn't necessarily care too much about, but would sign them just to spite AEW, would be Britt Baker now and Chris Jericho. Like I said, not because they want them so bad, just because they want to have the fact that they could say, oh my goodness, this was somebody who had such a problem backstage at your company. She's a model citizen now in my company. Oh my goodness, this is somebody who is unbearable to watch on your television. We can now make this guy bearable and have some type of enjoyment from the crowd on our show. So this is just a sticky situation. Like I said, it's very early in the process. This could be completely false. It could be something that is way blown out of proportion. But right now we're going to take it as face value. And if this is true, it's just another incident of a talent or something going down backstage at AEW that probably could have been nipped in the bud a long time ago, but hasn't. And it's a sad situation all around. If this is the end of Britt Baker and AEW, there's nobody to blame other than Britt Baker and Tony Khan for this situation to blow up the way that it's blown up. But let me know in the comment section, what do you think about this? Do you believe this is true? What is your favorite Britt Baker match in AEW? Do you want her gone? Do you want to see her in AEW? In WWE? Let me know. Remember to like the video and subscribe. Like I said before, we are this close to 2,000 subs. So if you could hit that subscribe button, it'd be very appreciated. I am Kevin Zwicker. I'm out.